Good morning to one and all present here. It is with an immense pride and joy that we welcome you all to International Conference on Managing Talent and Marketing Artificial Intelligence Driven Digital Economy, a platform where brilliant minds converge to discuss, deliberate, and drive innovation. This gathering is not just a meeting of individuals, but a union of visionaries committed to shaping a better tomorrow through knowledge and collaboration. Today, we embark on a journey of intellectual exploration guided by the presence of esteemed dignitaries, distinguished speakers, and passionate participants. Your presence here reflects your dedication to profession and progress as well as excellence in diverse fields of management. We begin Mother Tamil and the embodiment of wisdom and prosperity. நீராறும் கடலொடுத்த நிலமடந்தொழுகும் சீராரும் வதனமென திகழ்பரத கண்டமிதில் தெக்கனமும் அதில் சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரித்தனலும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிளமை திறம் வியந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே. I now invite our esteemed dignitaries on the stage to light this ceremonial lamp and illuminate the path for today's discussion. This day remarks a celebration of collaboration and learning. The lighting of lamp is a symbolic gesture that signifies the dispelling of darkness and the pursuit of wisdom and knowledge. It marks the beginning of a journey filled with enlightenment and aspiration.
Good morning, everyone. Now, may I request our esteemed Professor A.R. Krishnan, Chairperson BBA, who is dedicated in the field of marketing, to deliver the welcome address.
Good morning, one and all. Honorable Vice Chancellor, dignitaries, delegates, conference chairs, participants, faculty members, students, and ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Faculty of Management, SRMIST, I wish to welcome you all the inaugural program of 2 days international conference on the theme Managing Talent and Market in Artificial Intelligence Driven Digital Economy. It is indeed a great pleasure that Professor Sanjay Singh Kaur from New York University, United States, volunteered to be a co-chair of the conference, and his presence with us, sir, we welcome you wholeheartedly. Honorable Vice Chancellor, whose concern, attachment, and focus on the Faculty of Management to make it a world-class business school is not unknown to us. Sir, thank you very much for coming over here and kindly agreeing to deliver a presidential address. Welcome, sir. Professor Pawan King is known global business academicians, director, IIM Trichy, has kindly agreed to deliver keynote address. Sir, we thank you visiting SRMIST. Professor also visited Australia, USA, UK, and many more countries, not only in other countries and also in India, many places like Jaipur, Mumbai, Mysore, NCA, and so on. Sir, in spite of your busy schedule and grace the occasion, welcome you, sir. I welcome all the distinguished thematic session speakers for this conference. I will be failing to, in my duty, to mention the conference organizers, conveners, participants, faculty members, research scholars, staff members, and students to make this conference a grand success. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Your words were inspiring. Time has come to felicitate the dignitaries on the dais. May I request the conference chair and Dean Faculty of Management to come forward and honor the chief guest, Professor Pawan Kumar Singh, with Ponnadai. Thank you, sir. No. Okay. Any form. Any form. No, that's for this. Yeah. Okay. Any function in our culture is always empty without the kind gesture by the head of the family. Now, may I have the pleasure to invite our Honorable Vice Chancellor to felicitate the chief guest with a shawl. Okay. Thank you so much, sir, for your kindness and welcoming the chief guest. Okay. I request the conference convener, Professor P.S. Rajeshwari, to honor the conference co-chair with a bouquet. Thank you, ma'am. Now, I request our Dean to felicitate the conference co-chair with a Ponnadai.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir. It is my pleasure and honor to introduce our co-chair of the conference, Professor Sanjay Singh Gaur. He is a visionary and a pioneer who has contributed immensely in the field of management. With an illustrious career spanning over 3 decades, his journey starts from BITS Pilani, IIT Bombay in India to Auckland Technological University, New Zealand. At present, he is the professor of marketing at New York University. He has published extensively in leading journals of management and has served as the reviewer in different capacities. So, we are truly fortunate to have you with us. I now request you to deliver the opening remarks.
Am I visible? I don't think I'm visible. Too short. I have to come this way, I guess. The
You're taller otherwise.
oh, much shorter.
Otherwise, you're taller.
Metaphorically. Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on from where you are joining us. Welcome to this first international conference on managing talent and marketing in the AI-driven digital economy. You might be thinking I said from wherever you are joining us because we have participants from a dozen countries and some of them could not make it, so they are attending us online and they are on YouTube right now, I guess. It's live. It's being streamed live. I think many of you will agree that artificial intelligence has become all pervasive today. And none of us can imagine a life without technology as on today, but very soon we will not be able to imagine the life without the artificial intelligence enabled technology. So this beautiful campus of SRM University is the right place to start the discussion in India about what is the future of the world. And the biggest challenge that you have with AI is managing people, managing talent as we call it, and markets, the marketing, the consumers. Because AI makes our consumers superior than us as marketers. They are more informed, faster, they have more knowledge, and all that happens in fraction of seconds. Today, cars are driven by AI. I don't drive my car ever. And the conference chair, one of my keynote speaker, we have one keynote speaker, Professor Piyush Sharma, sitting here from Australia. He has come all the way from Australia, the Western Australia, Curtin University, Perth. He has witnessed it, me not driving the car, just sitting in the car and he was sitting next to me. So who is driving the car? The AI was driving my car. Fully. No signal, no brake, no acceleration. The complete automobile engineering that we used to study when I was doing my engineering at BITS Pilani, that automobile engineering seems to be ridiculous now because the gasoline-based engines are vanishing and more efficient engines are actually not engines. We are going back to the first thing. We never had engines earlier, we had motors. So we are going back to the motors. The only difference is those motors are now being run by artificial intelligence. Hospital surgeries, the most complicated surgeries today in the United States are enabled by artificial intelligence technology. The medicines are prescribed by artificial intelligence enabled apps which doctors use on their screen, and that's more correct, more efficient, and more accurate. So you name the field, the artificial intelligence has taken over. The planes were already flown by artificial intelligence. You think the pilot is flying the plane, pilot may be sleeping. It's the technology, artificial intelligence that is flying the plane. Please don't get scared next time if you're flying, that a machine is flying you. So in this situation, having an inaugural conference on such kind of theme and getting 112 papers from 12 countries is not a small accomplishment by any measure. And I think for this, I thank and give all the credit to the leadership of SRM University that has wholeheartedly supported this conference and provided various kinds of resources to make this happen. I'm also grateful to the conference chair, Professor Bhargava, who worked hard day and night, Ms. Rajeshwari, the convener, who has worked hard day and night. Because in my more than 30 years experience, to be precise, 34 years academic experience and more than 25 years industry experience, I have never ever seen an international conference of this size with true international representation in less than a month's time. From conception to today, it is less than 1 month in which this conference has been organized. Thank you, Ms. Rajeshwari and Professor Bhargava, for all the efforts. Thank you, Honorable Vice Chancellor, for facilitating the resources and in every possible way for this to make it happen. It's almost impossible task anywhere in the world. We all are academicians and we know how much efforts we need to put. Just to give an example, I'm organizing another conference like this in Greater Noida, second week. A much bigger institution, older institution, and that conference was announced more than a year ago. We haven't touched the number of 100 participants yet. 1 year, massive advertising around the world, and total number of participation is still not 100. The international countries represented are only 5, whereas you have 12 here. Another thing that really touches my heart, I have been a professor in 12 countries in 4 continents. So you can imagine my experience in this world. And conducted several conferences, including a few with my colleague, ex-colleague, I should say, and great friend, Professor Bhargava at IIT Bombay, where he conducted 3 conferences. This is the only conference where I see a significant contribution from the faculty members of the institution itself, what I call internal contribution. This is a big achievement, never ever happened even in the United States. I'm not sure who motivated, how they motivated. A big number of participation coming from the same university makes it very valuable, extremely valuable conference. And it's not just the value for the conference, it's the value for the faculty members who are participating and their doctoral scholars. Because many of you may not be aware, but the 7 distinguished speakers one keynote speaker, and many other papers that we have here are from scholars who are globally renowned and established. It's very difficult to find such kind of scholars in one conference in India. You know, in marketing, I'm a marketing professor, though I was introduced as business or something. I'm an editor of journal, not the reviewer, wrongly introduced, but doesn't matter. It's okay. So in all these kind of conferences when we go, especially in India, so American Marketing Association is our top professional body in marketing area. Every year, it conducts one conference with 2 days workshop for junior faculty, conference for everyone, but junior faculty and the PhD scholars in this country. AMA has established another body, especially for India, which is called AIM, Academy of Indian Marketing. So Academy of Indian Marketing, that is nothing to do with Indian scholars. It is just established here by AMA. And this conference, every year I'm invited as a distinguished speaker. In that conference, if you go, there will be 50 distinguished speakers, and most of them from North America, United States specifically. The reason is they all come not because the conference is great. They all come because they are office bearers of American Marketing Association, and it's a mandate that we have to follow, instruction we have to follow to be the professional body member and come here. So that's where I find those 50 scholars from America, world-class scholars, but how many participants? Hardly 40 participants. And how many from the institution that is hosting? I have yet to find whether there was even one participant. So I think from all the angles, this conference is in the right track. It's going to pave ways, paths for the future research. These internal scholars and of course all our paper presenters will have tremendous opportunity to interact with the world-class scholars here and develop their research, and internal faculty can develop their research, publish it to higher journals, and take SRM name, SRM reputation to the next level. So with these words, I would like to conclude my opening remarks. And once again, thanks to the leadership of SRM University. Thanks, Professor Bhargava. Thanks, Professor Rajeshwari. And thank you very much, young guys who have made all this happen. Thank you so much. Enjoy every moment of these 2 days. And I'm around. Anybody, any point of time, you can stop me anywhere and talk to me whatever you want to talk. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for your thought-provoking address. Your insights have added immense value to this event. It is my privilege to introduce our conference chair, Professor Shivaganesh Bhargava, our esteemed Dean of Faculty of Management, SRMIST. Formerly Professor at Sailesh J. Mehta School of Management, IIT Bombay, with over 44 years of experience at IIM Lucknow, IIT Bombay. He is the first management scholar to receive the V.K.R.V. Rao Award from ICSSR. He has many publications to his credit. With his leadership and vast experience, he has been the guiding force behind this conference. Sir, we request you to share your introductory remark.
A very good morning to all of you. Honorable Dr. Muthamil Selvan, the Vice Chancellor. the person who is instrumental in giving new direction to the management and bringing me here. Dr. Pawan K. Singh, very young, younger than what you can think of, the director of Indian Institute of Management, Tricapalli, a true visionary leader. Anywhere he has gone, he has made the impact. The co-chair, Professor Sanjay Singh Gaur, my personal friend, former colleague, but here he is as a marketing professor. Very thorough researcher. I am always, every moment of mine is for SRM. He is here. He is a very clever person. You must have guessed from his talk. He is here to identify the research scholars, faculty colleagues who can work in his ongoing projects. My distinguished former colleagues and the keynote speakers, the management guru, Professor Shailen Singh, Professor Vinesh Kathuria, Professor Piyush Sharma, a distinguished global scholar, but I am not so much closely touched with him because he is in marketing. Professor Jayashree Suresh, the former dean, and very popular among the faculty members who are at present with me. Professor Sekhar, the dean. Professor Rajeshwari, the convener of this particular conference along with her team. My faculty colleagues, research scholars. I'm aware it's a vacation time. I'm aware about 26th date that I have identified. My dear students, really, thank you very much for coming over here. I'm here to give you the background of the conference, which already has been given by my colleague, Professor Sanjay Singh Gaur. But I had a long discussion with him and disagreement with him. To be very frankly, he did not mention to you, when I was not keen in starting this program, I called him that something was proposed and did not happen. He said, no. Recall your past, how did you manage your other conferences, and go ahead. He was instrumental. We did discuss. Artificial intelligence, to be very frankly, I was not keen in keeping in the title. But you know, he is a very powerful man. He's saying if you will not keep the artificial intelligence, nobody will send you the abstract. So we put the artificial intelligence in the center. Now, digital autonomy is the reality. Whether we admit or we don't admit, although I am of the old generation, he drives the car without the driver, and I cannot drive the car without the driver. This is the difference between both of us. But managing talent and managing market, these two were the things where both of us did not have much disagreement. Look at the literature. In 1879 till roughly around 30 years, the structuralists in psychology were talking about if you can know the structure of any system, any individual, it will be very easy to understand that. Followed by John Dewey, the functionalists, they did not agree. And they said, no, not only structure, but adaptability is a very important aspect. That also did not work. And came the era of Watson. I think this generation, they don't read the history. Professor Shailen Singh is smiling. The era of Watson. Watson claimed, give me any child and tell me what do you want. You want him to make an engineer? You want to make him a doctor? You want to make him the robber? I will make anything. But still, we were struggling how to manage people. During this time, the cognitivists, particularly the tollman, they were saying that what is the problem? Every individual works for a purpose. Then some attacked on them. They said, no, it's a very deterministic. Cut short the story, we entered with the Skinner. Skinner's proposed different kind of incentive system. Schedule of reinforcement came. Salary system was introduced. Work for 31 days, get a salary. Work for this much of work, get the salary. That also did not motivate the people. He proposed 4 types of system. Nothing worked. We struggled for almost 100 years. Then the people from non-psychology, they entered in the management. Marketing became a very, very powerful discipline by that time. Academy of Management has become a very powerful platform for the management scholar. Peter Drucker shifted from hardcore psychology MBA, management by objective, to future of management. You just see the changes. But managing talent is even problem today. Either you take the management scholar, marketing scholar, strategy scholar, Dr. Pawan Singh is a champion. He will relate with many of the spirituality aspect. He is known for that. But Professor Sanjay Singh, those of you who will get chance to work with him, very clever in the academics also. He said, I will not join unless you will not take the marketing. Because marketing is everything. And unless you will not market your SRM Institute of Management, no matter what facility you have, what infrastructure you have, how many faculty members you have, 100 faculty members, 205 PhD scholars, marketing will play a very important role, and he brought the marketing. We entered with the marketing. And in marketing, the context became very, very important. I will cut short because time is getting... we were able to bring the economy part. Professor Vinesh Kathuria and I, we never agreed with each other. He is the person who always believes in data. I am the person who is a qualitative in nature. He is the person who will give you the concrete solution. I am the one who never has a solution, who only talks about the process. So he is the one who did help. That look, the cryptic or the way you go in an economy, it reflects your understanding. Now we financial management scholars and economists, if we are able to communicate to the larger professional community that how the digital economy is going to bring the transformation in all directions, it will become very, very important, and it will add value to your conference in both managing people and this particular part. I did speak to Mr. Sailen Singh. He said, no, I don't go anywhere. And I said, sir, don't do like this. Then he said that, look, the crucial aspect according to my research from IIT Kanpur to Sri Ram Center to IIM Lucknow to the director as the IIM Ranchi, it is the leader who plays the very important role. And one day he was asking me that, Bhargav, at this age, is so much smiling after joining even as SRMIST, IST, what is the reason? I said, you come here, you meet my vice chancellor, you will get the answer to the question. And he has come here, I don't know he got the answer or not. So he gave the dimension of leadership which comes under the managing people. With this way, we design. The next issue came that whom should I identify to help me from the faculty of management? I did not do anything. I'm a strong follower of the Release Likert. I followed the system. Personally, I have liking and disliking for publication, quality publication, but I am a dean. I called the chairperson PhD. I requested Professor Rajeshwari that I want. She voluntarily agreed. I told her, I will not interfere on your matter. It is your job to identify the team. And whether she admits or not, I never encroached in her territory. She identified the team, she worked with me, and today here we are in the process of inauguration. I must tell you that although in one philosophical way, if I will say, you will say that I'm praising my Vice Chancellor. The day I came and joined, I had only 3 meetings with him so far formally. Do you know what did he say? He said, now the School of Management, Faculty of Management, in the future it may be a College of Management or any name, it is in your hand. I am with you. I want to see the all-round development of management. You will not believe this much confidence if you will get. Even if you are going to lose the battle, you will not be. Remember, Professor Dr. Pawan Singh may be smiling that Bhargava has not given any example of Mahabharata. Now the 10 days war was about to be over. And all Pandavas were finding it so difficult to fight because Bhishma Pitama was there. So all were harassed, all were depressed. Then Yudhishthir said that, look Arjun, why are you worried? As long as Lord Krishna is with you, victory is going to come to you. It may be up, it may be down. Don't worry. And same day, that was the 10th day, Bhishma Pitama has gone on Sarsaya. That is on the bed of the arrows of the Arjunas. Honorable Vice Chancellor, as a human being, I must tell you, those of you who are closer to her, not only kind-hearted, he wants results. He emphasized me that the quality of research should go. He is not so much concerned on quantity, but quality he is a concern. And that was my concern. I joined. He is today happy. The way the quantity is going on, quality also has started progressing. And very happy with your cooperation. Today we are in a position to have this conference. I would like to give a stop over here because others have to speak. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your insightful and motivating words. Your vision truly inspires us to aim higher and achieve more. It's my honor to introduce the head of our academic family, the Vice Chancellor of SRMIST, Professor C. Muthamil Chelvan. He is a leading physicist of the globe, and with his vast administrative experience, he is leading our university with the vision of holistic development and fostering an environment that encourages academic growth, research innovation, and community engagement. We are proud to see that at present we are number 2 in private universities and front runner in national and global rankings. His concern, particularly for the Faculty of Management, is historic. Being the head of the management for a long period, today every positive thing that is happening here is only because of his long-term vision to see us a global business school. He has been instrumental in steering our institution towards excellence. Sir, may I request you to inaugurate the conference and kindly deliver the presidential address.
A very good morning to everyone present here. Professor Pawan Singh, the Director, Indian Institute of Management, Tiruchirappalli, and also the esteemed guest for the inaugural function of this international conference. Professor Sonjay Singh Gaur from New York University, USA. Professor Bhargava, the chair of the conference and also the Dean School of Management. My other colleagues, Dr. Krishnan and Dr. Rajeshwari. Esteemed thematic session speakers, Dr. Jayashree Suresh, former Dean, School of Management at SRMIST. Faculty members, participants, and my dear students. I am extremely happy to take part in the inaugural function of this conference since it is both timely and relevant. When you look at the title of the conference, Managing Talent and Market in AI-Driven Digital Economies. I still remember years ago when IT industry was booming, every proposal and every conference will have some IT word in that. Then subsequently, biotech picked up. So you'll have some words like bio-inspired, things like that. Then nano, and today it is AI. Without having AI in any title, it won't have much value. That's what we understand and everyone has to understand. For the benefit of the esteemed guests who are here, I'll just spend about 2 to 3 minutes of what is SRM and then share my points with regard to this conference. We started as an engineering college in the year 1985 with 3 undergraduate programs. And then we also established colleges in arts and science, pharmacy, nursing, physiotherapy, and so on. In 2000, we thought that we have been doing very well as an affiliated college to the different government universities. And we aspired to become a deemed university because that was the provision available at that point in time. Deemed university to introduce new programs, change the courses as and when required, bring in a lot of flexibility for the students and faculty. So with that aim, we ventured into converting our engineering college as a deemed university in 2000. In 2002, our dental college was given permission as a deemed university. And in 2003, SRM Engineering College was given the permission. So we all function under SRM, Institute of Science and Technology. So at that time itself, we had the vision of being a comprehensive university. And today, we have 6 faculties functioning under SRM Institute of Science and Technology. You name any program, but for veterinary, we have all those programs here. We operate from 6 campuses, 5 in Tamil Nadu, 1 in the state of Uttar Pradesh, that's called Modi Nagar. It's in the Ghaziabad Meerut Road. So we operate from 6 campuses. In addition to that, we offer distance education and online education programs too. The student strength as on date is little over 1 lakh. Of course, 20,000 of them are pursuing through online and distance education. So remaining 80,000 are full-time students of SRM Institute of Science and Technology. And I can say that this is the largest university in our country. Professor Bhargava was mentioning about quantity and quality. Unless the institutions do well in the ranking and accreditation, it won't be visible outside. Probably people may think that the numbers are more and therefore they are not able to bring in quality. Though we have quantity, we always aspire for quality. Even when we were discussing, myself and Professor Bhargava, we were discussing about how to enhance this international participation. Because today we talk about collaboration, perception. So how do you get perception? So our focus was that, and probably from the next year, we will bring in more number of international participants, not only in terms of speakers, but papers from international community. As you all aware that NIRF ranks all higher education institutions in the country every year, and in NIRF 2024, out of close to 1180 universities, we secured the 12th position in NIRF 2024. Having so much of strength, so many campuses, diverse programs, having that rank is something that's quite different when compared to other institutions. We are also doing fairly well in the international rankings like THEQS and Shanghai World Ranking. The Shanghai World Ranking has identified 1,000 universities and ranked all of them across the globe. In India, there are only 15 institutions, and SRMIST is one among them, which focuses on the research parameters alone. 80% is research. So that can be related to the quality. The other thing that I can relate is the Nature Index journals. They give the institutional output periodically. In the data that's available in the public domain, in India, we are at the 20th position. Under private universities, we are in the second position. He didn't mention that properly. He said simply second position. So that's where we are two in the country. First is BITS planning. So we have been aspiring to be more quality conscious, though we have quite a good number of students. So with that introduction, let me get into the topic. Now we have seen different technologies that happened over a period of time. But today, all our talk is focused on artificial intelligence. I think the main difference between all those tools that we have seen earlier, all the technologies that we have seen earlier, is different from this AI, because those can be considered as a tool to enhance our performance, but AI is not a tool, it is an agent. You can make all those technologies to deliver what we want, but AI is little different from that. It looks from different perspective, and then at some point in time, it may overrule us and say this is the right thing, and at times it may act also. But we should never be afraid of this AI. When we say that transformation, AI will transform everything, the immediate concern will be, what will happen to my job? So will the machines take over my job? All these things happen over a period of time. But my point is, let us leave the work to the machine if it is capable of doing better than us. Let us spend some time, which the machines cannot do. Let us think over and then bring in all those changes. This AI can invent new ideas by itself. Earlier, we have been instructing the machine, but now they will invent new ideas and give us. If some of you can recall, in the 2021 Independence Day address, our Prime Minister mentioned artificial intelligence is going to be a game changer, and also he has mentioned a new terminology for AI. He said America, India, but at that time he said aspirational India. Aspirational India. So, lot of boosts have been given to this artificial intelligence research and other things. During my time, in the CV, we used to write computer skills, MS Word, Excel, this thing, that thing and all. We came over all those things. But now it is required to have AI skill set. Whether you are in the industry or in the academia, we cannot ignore AI. Statistics says that only about 10% of the people are using AI, and by 2030 or so, another 40% will be added to that. So if you are not jumping into this AI technology now, you will be the loser. So AI is there in education also. For the information of the guests here, in the next month, we are going to train 150 faculty members on AI in education. That's the first step that we have taken. And I strongly believe that those 150 faculty members will train the other faculty members in due course, and then we want to understand what exactly AI can help to augment our teaching learning process, research, and other things. Any decision that you take can be of descriptive analytics, predictive analytics, and prescriptive analytics. But remember, this AI will help us to give us some information based on the pattern which we have not realized earlier. So all these analytics will be there, but how far you use AI is going to make a change. The other challenge is the quiet quitting. Now everybody wants to go extra mile. In almost every organization, there will be people who just do the minimum work to ensure that their job is protected. But this AI will identify who are those people who are not going extra mile. For an institution like us, about 4,500 faculty members, I cannot really see who is doing good work. If at all you can ask me, I'll say about 15, 20 names I can mention, not beyond that. So that will be a tool for everybody who is in the administration. So do not fight with machines, but let us leverage its utility. Now, when machines come, it is not that human capital is important. Human capital is the important thing. If you simply concentrate on the growth of any business, it will not survive for long. So human capital is the important thing for any organization, be it educational institution or an industry, and therefore you need not worry whether you will have a job at SRM or in some other place. You'll be there, but try to look things in a different way and contribute to the better learning of our students. Now this is about marketing, sales, support, and all those things. I think in another 10 years, there will be a complete change. You cannot have separate marketing, sales, and support. That is going to be customer journey management. So how do you integrate yourself into this customer journey management is one other thing that we should look into. People like me are old. So how do I change myself? I may not be interested in adapting AI. So people say that reverse mentoring is required. Bring in young students, young faculty, allow them to work on these new technologies so that the leadership can be empowered and then it can be introduced in every place. So reverse mentoring is going to take a lead in all organizations. Then how long these consumers will be happy to speak to the human being? And most of the time they don't speak on the other side. There's an automatic voice message saying that the customer is busy and all. So these AI agents will be very active for all the 365 days, 24 hours. So in that way, it is going to surpass us. And most of us would like to speak to AI agents than the human being in the coming years. But one important thing is the human face. That creates a lot of trust. When you see a human face, that creates a trust in us. Now you see a lot of applications, apps. They don't have human face, but there will be a day where all these apps will have human face into that so that we trust those apps. That's going to come up. The other point is impatience is seen in the younger customers. Impatient. They want to solve it immediately. So they would like to talk to AI agents than people at home or in any industry. So that's going to be the game changer. And therefore, I can say that use of AI tools will accelerate X times the productivity and on compounding. Today, the senior leaders are interviewing the candidates, but in future, AI agents will interview the candidates for recruitment. So these are some of the things that we can look ahead by the contribution of AI. Learning AI skills is not difficult. Only the effort is required. And if you are not taking steps to learn some of the skills or the AI tools, you are going to be out of the race. I think this conference provides a valuable opportunity for us to come together to discuss these challenges and to develop solutions. I am confident that the discussions here today will help us to better understand the impact of AI and digital economy and to develop strategies for managing these forces in a way that benefits all of humanity. So I think we have to manage. Every time we are managing, we are not satisfied. Keep on managing things, manage technology and all those things. And I also believe that some of the key initiatives that will come out of this conference will include the development of new educational programs to prepare workforce for the AI-driven economy. That's our responsibility. Now, everywhere people say that the students coming out of the institutions are not industry ready. The concept has completely changed. During our time, education institutions give a holistic education to the students. Industries will take them, train them, and then they move up, learn. But today, when they want to come, when the student goes out of the university, they should be employable. And we go all out of the way, like having some crash courses, having some add-on courses, accelerated programs, so that we can send our students to industry for about 6 months or 1 year. So we bring in a lot of flexibility there. So it's our duty to develop a new educational programs with AI, with artificial intelligence. Creation of new ethical guidelines for the use of AI. This is one another area which is very, very great. What about the ethics? I think this conference will discuss about that also. The establishment of new research centers to study the impact of AI on society. How does it really impact the society? That's another area which is of quite importance. The development of new public-private partnership to promote the use of AI for social good. It's always a double-edged weapon. If you want to use it for good, yes, a lot of things are there. If you want to use it for bad, it's also there. But how do you focus more on the good for the society is much more important. So with this, I congratulate Professor Bhargava and his team for coming out with such a wonderful international conference. And also I thank all the thematic session speakers for come over here to address our faculty members and also the students. I believe that your stay at SRM will be very comfortable and enjoyable. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening address. Your leadership continues to inspire us to achieve greater heights. It's now time to hear from our chief guest, Dr. Pawan Kumar Singh, Director at Indian Institute of Management, Tiruchirappalli, formerly Director at MDI Gurgaon, IIM Indore, and Chairperson at IIM Sambalpur. He has a vast experience of over 30 years. He is one of the young visionary leader in the field of management that is reflected on his institutional building to many management institutes. With a distinguished career marked by remarkable achievements, he exhibits excellence and innovation. Sir, we kindly request you to deliver the keynote address.
Thank you. Vanakkam, good morning, namaskar. Honorable Vice Chancellor of Sri Ramaswamy Memorial Institute of Science and Technology, my dear friend, and like my elder brother also, Professor Shiv Ganesh Bhargavaji, my very dear friend, young dynamic Professor Sanjay Singh Gaurji, Professor A.R. Krishnan ji, Dr. Rajeshwari ji, and as we find in off the dais, presently in our audience and those who are going to mesmerize in these 2 days conference when they will take respective roles as speakers, Professor Piyush Sharma ji, Professor Vinesh Kathuria ji, Professor Shekhar Babu ji, Professor Sudesh ji, Dr. Jayashri ji, and again, like my elder brother, ever well-wisher and a very good friend, Professor Shailendra Singh ji. And just today I met very young, dynamic faculty from Japan, Professor Madam Kei Aoki ji. Dear all faculty colleagues of SRM institution, especially of MBA department, dear all participants, research scholars, students, master of ceremonies. First of all, let me say I'm very happy to be here because somehow I'm related to SRM. How it is? Now my good friends are working here at SRM Kalankutanthur. How to pronounce? Kattankulanthur. Yes, fine, sorry. And I have a friend working in SRM Tiruchirappalli, the city where I'm working now. My another friend is working at SRM near Vijayawada in Andhra Pradesh. I think Professor Bhargava may be knowing, he was registrar of IIT Bombay. Prem Kumar ji. And my sister's son became graduate of mechanical engineering from this campus. The year was 2011. So with these very intimate relation with this institution, with this family of institution, I feel very happy to be here. And this is a great land. And on this great land, we have many great speakers coming across the globe. And when I was listening to Professor Sanjay ji especially, that how in a very, very limited time and such good resources, it is difficult to imagine. But as India had been and has been, and in future also its role is increasing, role of India is increasing. Sometime I humbly say to any audience on any part of the globe that I am proud of being Indian, not simply because accidentally I was born in India. Because when nature wanted me to give a birth in human body, nobody asked me, would you like to be born in India? Or would you like to be a male or female? Would you like to choose your set of parents? Would you like to choose your date of birth? So, we are here, gift of God, unique, everybody is unique. And we think that we plan our own lives. We plan some peripheries of life. But the core, the center is gifted. We don't manage that. I have no choice. I'm just like this. So I humbly say, I feel proud of being Indian not because I am accidentally born in India. But I can't help saying that India has been custodian of universal wisdom for long. And when majority of the part of the world was searching for the first ray of civilization, India had the best literature available at that point of time, and that is still the best pieces of literature in the world. I am talking about Upanishad. It was the best piece. It is the best piece. Because I see that total knowledge domain basically are of three types. There are three types of knowledge of students, researchers, professors. I am the first student in my class. The difference between professor and a student is that professor is a student who also gets, of course, meager salary to be a student. And students are students who have to pay sometime economical set of fee or sometime hefty fee to become a student. So what I'm saying that in this entire set of knowledge domain, there are three types of knowledge, as I understand. What can be said very easily also like perennial knowledge and peripheral knowledge, or let us say perennial knowledge and perishable knowledge. I say it like knowledge that talks about truth. Second, knowledge that talks about fact. And third one, the knowledge which is emerging every time, like new types of waves keep emerging from the ocean. We think that two waves are exactly same, they are never same. Two leaves of a tamarind tree, in tamarind tree there are lakhs and lakhs of leaves, but no two leaves size, shape is exactly same. God is creative. Don't challenge him saying that you are repeating things. He never repeats. Of course, people are getting birth on the earth, and we have gone almost 800 crores, but no human being, two human beings are same. They may appear similar, but everyone is unique. So that is the third type of knowledge, which is effervescent, emerging, diving deeper, not taking shape, but slowly they will take shape. So I say in simple words, three types of knowledge. Knowledge which is solid. For example, knowledge given by Jesus. Yesterday we celebrated Christmas. Knowledge given by Jesus. It's concretized already. Knowledge given by Gautam Buddha or Mahavir or Zoroaster or Moses or Guru Nanak or Kabir or Raidas or Tulsi. Those who have meditated deeper and made their psyche totally pure, whatever they will say, they will remain forever in this world. Solid state knowledge. Second is based on fact. And there is difference between truth and fact. And sometimes fact is not truth. For example, pole star is 434 light years away from here. But suppose Brahmaji gave order to his agent 234 years back, hey, go smash pole star and throw it away. 234 years back. So truth is that for last 234 years, pole star does not exist. But fact is that 434 minus 234 is equal to, for next 200 years, pole star will be visible. So if you imagine this situation, pole star would be visible for 200 years from now onward is a fact. But pole star does not exist for last 234 years is a truth. This I learned while having debate with especially officers from judicial system, judges, because then I could realize that judges have facts, but why they are delaying the treatment, the judgment? Because from the fact, they want to completely circumvent the truth. That fact, is it leading to truth? So unless 360-degree encircling of the set of facts are not there, truth is not established, so honorable judges do not pass the judgment. Molten state knowledge. And third one is, I humbly say, gaseous state of knowledge, which is ever changing, and you need to keep updated on that. And that requires its own struggle. And acquiring knowledge of all three kinds requires its own struggle. Because anything precious comes with only with precious effort that you have put towards that. Dear students, I will repeat this sentence. Anything precious in life would come to you only by the precious effort put for that particular gain. If your effort is not precious, your fruits would not be precious. This is a simple formula. With this backdrop, I would say that certainly this topic which says managing talent and marketing in artificial intelligence driven digital economy is certainly the topic of the day, topic of the hour, topic of this age. I have to say a few things about that. Any set of knowledge takes time to get shape. Like a newly born baby, I'm not an expert of that area, that biology and all, but newly born baby, when I see 2 days old, it is difficult for me to find out what is the shape of the face of this child. His or her shape becomes more clear, looks like father, more like mother, or more like that maternal uncle after few weeks. It takes few weeks to perceive a shape of the face of a child. Now we are talking about AI as if AI's age has come. But do we know how old AI is? AI is at least 75 years old concept. But because knowledge is precious, it takes its own time to take a concretized shape of that knowledge. In management literature, it has been found many words came many jargons came, but please let me know, let me tell, especially to students, I do not belong to that school of thought which uses the word jargon. I say Shabd Brahma. Even jargon has power because jargon is a live wire. And the jargon, different jargons keep getting invented. That is a different issue. But one terminology which was introduced in 1950 is strategic business unit is ever fresh even today. That is one of the longest living terminology in the field of management because management is not philosophy or management is not Gautam Buddha's, let us say, Anapan Sati. In management, we keep changing the topics, changing the way, changing the approach, but certain things remain for longer time. And artificial intelligence, its concept started getting conceptual birth during 1950s. And now we are finding it has implementation or implementable material in varieties of the, let us say, courses of life. And now we are starting realizing that without AI, the prana shakti of existence will not be there. And AI has also struggled. It has done its own quota of tapa, the subject itself, if we see the subject as a personified being. Now, when we talk about AI, because I'm a student of human side of management, and Honorable Vice Chancellor covered very extensively with required depth in the limited time that he spoke, but he has painted the entire picture. With your permission, sir, even a keynote speaker would have done a task not better than that. So, total picture is there. But I would like to say AI as acronym as RAI. Being a student of human side of management, AI is artificial intelligence. Of course, there is generative AI, but generative AI is also a subset of AI. But we should also think in terms of RAI, that is responsible AI, responsible artificial intelligence. So what are some of the responsibilities that I would like to emphasize? Number one, AI not as a tool, but as an entire part of this strategy and process and system and people, we have to think in that direction. And responsible AI means now survey have started and researchers have started based on Indian data. In India, for last 4 or 5 years, research material are available in context of Indian context of AI implementation. And it has been found that there are various types of industries. In one survey where 130 industries were surveyed, including 3 major types of industry. One is banking and financial institution, other is consumer good, and other is industry good institutions. They were surveyed that how far they have gained artificial intelligence maturity. And in that study, it was found that in context of artificial intelligence maturity, now I'm bringing 2 things. And these are available somewhere in the literature. It is gaining importance. It is not AI only. It is not only GAI, but it is RAI, responsible artificial intelligence. And secondly, artificial intelligence maturity. That is very important. And in Indian context, it was found out of 3 sets of industries, banking, finance, consumer good, and industry good, the best out of these 3 comparatively, the best situation in which, with context of AI implementation, that set of industry is banking and finance. In India, whatever surveys are being done, it is found that only 10% of the organizations, they have achieved to the level of maturity, that is AI maturity, in context of, let us say, implementation, total implementation. And out of those 10%, banking institutions are 70%. So, because topic here today is from the angle of marketing and of course from the angle of HR, that is talent management, in the marketing field, which generally deals, with permission of Professor Sanjaya, It deals with consumer goods. It also deals with industry goods. There are a lot of space is available to actually fill the gap. 3/4 of the companies in India have been found, based on varieties of surveys, 3/4 of the consumer good company and also industry good company, they are laggards. If we categorize these three types of companies into further 4 types based on AI maturity, one may be said as leader, one may be said as a smart follower, the third may be said as leapfrogger, the fourth may be said as laggard. 3/4 of the industries in the country, they are laggard as far as AI maturity is concerned in the area of service sector and industry sector. But banking and financial institutions, some of the institutions in India, they are at par with world level implementation of AI. So there is nothing to worry. We are also progressing in that direction. With all these discussions that we are doing, the debate is that what is this AI basically and how to make the organization more mature in terms of implementing AI. So as we know that earlier days it came simple computer, and then sir was saying that do we know Excel and Word, PowerPoint. PowerPoint has a very, I have a very different idea about PowerPoint. How much to use PowerPoint is also a debate and should be debated. We think that AI is either as a tool or only as a technology. It has been found through research, laggards, they think like that. Because I'm from HR area, so perception survey, I take interest in that. Laggards, in terms of implementing AI, they think that AI is a tool or technology, have it, and then you are AI matured organization. It is not like that. So, in terms of making organization AI, artificial intelligence matured, algorithm contributes up to 10%. Data and technology infrastructure contributes up to 20%. And please don't blame me that because I'm a student of HR. But basically, it is leadership, people, process, business transformation, long-term idea, basically contributes to 70% in terms of making the organization AI matured organization. And a pattern has been found in context of Indian organization, that how laggards behave towards AI and how the leaders, those who are now leaders in terms of AI implementation, how they behave. Laggards behave in a typical way, have technology which is concerned with AI, and then struggle that how AI can be implemented. And because AI age has come, so let us have the tools and technology, and then we will think about it. Whereas leaders' pattern is totally different. They postpone having technology. In last 3-4 years, this trend is there. They postpone having technology. First, they talk about people, leadership, process, strategy, and then they identify the technology, tools, and then they go for it. So if there is something written in the mind that AI is a tool and technology, but leaders are saying, you can wait. I can give you an example from Hindi grammar. In Hindi grammar, sir, we studied at class 4 or 5, but I think so. What we studied at class 4 or 5 or 6, most precious learning we got that point of time. And there should be some policy that in India, what you studied at class 5th level, you should again study for at least 1 fortnight when you have hit 40 years of age, because we have not understood them. And Hindi grammar says, Karta ne karam ko karan se. This is Hindi grammar. Karta means the doer. Karta ne, Pavan, my name. Karta ne, if I'm writing something, I'm writing on whiteboard. Teacher is writing, Pavan is writing, Karta ne. Karam ko, what I'm doing, I'm writing. Karan se, kisse? Chalk. Chalk or pen, I'm writing. This Karan has always been given 3rd position, and Karta is at the 1st position in Hindi grammar of class 5th level. And that's why the leadership quality, the human resource, let us say how much it is ready to implement AI, And then tool as AI is Karan. Karta, Karam, Karan. This ranking was told to me indirectly. I did not know that I will use one day while delivering a talk on AI, that what I studied in class 6th, that was year 1971, the same ranking I find in terms of implementing AI, that the Karta has to be ready. Karta means the doer, the leaders, the all people of the organization. Karam means what exactly we need to achieve. And then Karan means Upakaran. Upakaran's English is instrument. And then instrument's role comes into play. This is very interesting, that how leaders and laggards, they approach towards AI, and laggards approach technology first, and leaders approach technology will be a subservient basically to the entire scheme of things. This is very interesting. Now, I will take 2, 3, 4 minutes. Okay. In this context, I'll just count 3, 4 points quickly. What we need to do, researchers or implementers or the company leaders, need to have enterprise architect, not only domain experts who are working in isolation, and that's why leadership issue becomes very important. Of course, there is another challenge that we don't have, in Indian context, we don't have enough expertise in the area of AI. Now, India is the most populous country of the world. But out of the total experts available in the world in terms of AI, India has only 4.4% of the experts of the total world expertise in terms of number of persons in India, which is less. If we represent 16, 17% of population, we should try to chase that also. We are becoming, let us say, 5th largest economy, or one day we'll become 4th largest economy or 3rd largest economy. But time will come, and it has to come. We should not only debate in terms of absolute, but in terms of proportionality, because our denominator is heavy loaded, and that is population. So we need to create enterprise architect, rather domain expert who are in a way, in an isolated way, keep working and they're not connected. Next need to have AI implementation maturity, not only in terms of AI model. What AI model you have, that is that is of secondary importance. Which AI model you are implementing, that is of secondary importance. But what is the level, that is the ground that you are creating to implement AI is of primary importance. It is also analogy from farmer's life, I will say. Farmer has to do many jobs. But the most difficult job for farmer is to prepare the ground. Once ground is there, then seed can be managed, irrigation can be managed, sunlight can be managed. Most difficult job is preparing the ground. So even compared to, and based on certain survey, I am saying that compared to AI model that you are choosing, it is more important to create the background to implement AI. This is needed. There is need to move from cost optimization to customer customization. Now, Professor Sanjay is from marketing, and as a humble student of economics, I know that, let us say, even if we talk mercenary, profit is equal to revenue minus cost. So either to improve, let us say, your profit, either you have to improve the revenue or decrease the cost. So optimize the cost and optimize the revenue. But increase the revenue, decrease the cost. But at this point of time, when cost optimization on that, it is difficult to compete because all the industries are not able to gain competitive advantage. That's why now there is time to hit the upper line. Upper line is revenue, bottom line is profit. We have seen that the middle line, that is the cost, we have been emphasizing for last 2 decades. But now it is time to emphasize the top line. I'm not saying cost you should ignore, but on cost, we have to be careful because the others are competing. On cost, we may not have that much competitive advantage. That's why on revenue, we have to emphasize. And from marketing angle of this conference, we can say, and I'm just proposing that there may be some discussion that how to hit your top line. There is another need. There is need to emphasize on production, distribution, and consumer in consumer's good. Production, distribution, and consumer. But when we go to industry good, there is other sector which is waiting for to be addressed, and that is basically the sourcing sector. That is, let us say, because as a student of IR, industrial relations, I have enough exposure of mines and all these. So, whereas consumer goods, they do not have to worry more about sourcing aspect, but industry good have to basically focus towards sourcing. So sourcing, production, distribution, and business customer in terms of industry good at all these four sectors or the subsectors, AI has to play its own role. And to end my discussion, I would say that in class 8 in 1973, when I had to choose, there was a choice given to us. It was not a good scientific system. You will take science or you will take art. So my teacher said, you are fairly a good student, take science. So we used to be illiterate students, no? Science. Later on, I realized the debate between science and art is futile. The debate between quantitative approach of research and qualitative approach of research, for skill, it is okay. But basically, I see it like now, differently, that science is taking a jump on the jumping board, and art is diving in the swimming pool. Science is like growing a tree, and art is fruit and fruition on the tree. Science is climbing the mountain, but at the top of mountain, when you reach, a poetic heart starts working. Ah, wow, the new scene I see on the other side of the mountain, that is art. Art is the ultimate flowering and fruitioning on the tree of science. So unless our science, our tool, our technology, our system, our AI leads to cause of humanity, it has no use. It has no ultimate use. And this was hinted in the 14th century by Adi Bangla Kavi. In Bengali he wrote, Sabar upore manusatto, tahar upore nahi. Above everything, the cause of humanity is of greatest importance. Nothing is beyond that. And I also say, whatever may be your research, your PhD thesis, how far it may be quantitative data analysis-based research, unless your conclusion ends with certain aesthetic, qualitative, artistic suggestion for the society, only reporting in a typical term, theta to the power beta to the power minus psi to the power phi, this is my conclusion, what I will do with that? And I have been a fairly good student of mathematics. But I always say, for students of business and commerce and economics, mathematics is a good servant but a bad master. I'm not demeaning mathematics. Mathematics is the queen of science. But in context of business or in context of humanity, after all, nothing can be more taller than humanity. That is one point. Sir also raised about ethical issue, because ethical issue will come because by nature, one Urdu poet said that amn ki baat to baza hai magar aadmi fitratan fasadi hai. That fine, we keep on talking about peace, but by nature, many people are notorious. So we have to be careful. Ethical issues. Other issue is surveillance capitalism. Do we have our own life every time we are having surveillance? I do not know. We are safe here, but at any place you go, you're being captured, your photograph being captured, where you are being captured, these issues are there. And third issue I will count, which is less emphasized now, but it should be emphasized. Some people may say, why you are raising this question, but I will raise this. Artificial intelligence-based artificial pleasure. When the source of happiness has been given in Taitri Upanishad and Sarvasara Upanishad as Anandamay Kosh, that is the real source of happiness. But if we are searching happiness through artificial intelligence, through artificial device, artificial pleasure, then in that case, what will happen to humanity? That we have to think about that. Other thing is moronization. Moronization is a term being used now, a little less prevalently. Moronization is that when everybody is doing work for you and you are being treated like a king, that give order, speak something, and I know about that through artificial intelligence. Earlier we had to search book, and searching a proper book used to take 5 years sometime. But now you speak and you get it. Will it lead to moronization? Will I die? Will I have a passive life? Because everything, people are there to prepare something for me. So, do I know only to eat in restaurant? and I have forgotten how to go in kitchen and prepare the food for myself. That is modernization. That may be one danger. And last one is that, of course, this debate will go on, that in this technological tsunami, the battle of technology and human being, ultimately the being has to be victorious, otherwise the result may not be desirable for humanity. With all these things, I wish all the best for this conference, and a lot of very deeper discussions will come. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your profound and inspiring keynote address. Your insights will undoubtedly leave a lasting impact on all of us. As we near the conclusion of our inaugural session, it is my honor to introduce Dr. P.S. Rajeshwari, the convener of this conference. A passionate academic and a meticulous organizer, Dr. Rajeshwari has been the backbone of this event. Ma'am, we request you to propose the vote of thanks.
Good morning, one and all. It is immense pleasure to express my gratitude to our esteemed university patrons for their unwavering support for this conference to go. Especially our Honorable Vice Chancellor, who has given continuous support, who is a visionary leader, who has been instrumental in elevating and parametrizing the quality of research and academics at our university in every dimension. And it is a privilege to express heartfelt thanks to our chief guest, Dr. Pavan Kumar Ji, Director of IIM Trichirappalli, for his thought-provoking address to the gathering. My sincere thanks to the organizing chair of this conference, our Dean, Professor Shiv Ganesh Bhargava, for his phenomenal leadership in directing this event, to the co-chair, and also Professor Sanjaya Gaur, Professor of Marketing at New York University, for their meticulous and coherent planning for this event. As our Honorable Vice Chancellor rightly pointed, say ethics is a circumventing point in AI transformation. We have on Industry Academia Connect, which is one of the thematic sessions today, where Aparna, Dr. Aparna is going to speak on dark side of AI, and Professor Shekhar Babu sir is going to speak on AI pros and cons, where our cyber security head, distinguished speaker, Mr. Shiva, going to speak on the cyber security and issues related to ethics. And today evening, we are going to have the same today. And I extend my deepest gratitude to our distinguished thematic speakers from various countries, states of India, and external participant professors, research scholars, and students from different countries and states who have joined through hybrid mode. I would like to express my sincere thanks to all my core committee members, all our faculty members, each and every element of this faculty of management who has contributed for this conference. Credit goes to everyone, research scholars, students of this faculty of management, our generous sponsors, say LIC India, Kriya Technologies, Ramco, and Business Line. I'm grateful to express my sincere gratitude to each and every member, both technical and non-technical, SRM Hotel, as well as our non-teaching staff, for their dedicated efforts in their contribution for this event. And also my special thanks to former Dean, Dr. Jayashree ma'am, who has come over here. I'm very happy to have her today. With this note, I'm expressing my thanks, and thank you again. With this note, as a convener, I want to give a note on, say, refreshment. Please take a short refreshment break of about 15 minutes and then reconvene here for the first thematic session. or you may take 15 minutes of time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your heartfelt vote of thanks. Your dedication and efforts have been instrumental in making this event a success. A heartfelt thank you to all of our thematic speakers for taking time to be part of this event. Last but not least, a special thanks to coordination committee members who have worked tirelessly behind the scene to ensure the seamless execution of this conference. Your commitment and teamwork are truly commendable. Thank you all for your contribution in making this day a memorable one. Thank you.